and super sorrow.
I love that. That
Hey,
came
dude.
in way too late.
Nah.
So all I saw was a pumpkin, and you go, horror. I do like.
Hey,
that.
dude, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, not bad. A long time and no speak. How's it going, my fellow geek? Yeah, I rhymed.
Good. Yeah, good. So previously on 13th Horror Show, well, no, it was originally called House of Horrors, and we kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from the House of Horrors, but we decided that we've missed talking horror, and people in the chat have missed having Ryan around on the regular. So I spoke to Ryan and decided we should do the 13th Horror Show. I'm going to keep using that, by the way. Every 13th of every month. So once a month,
The
we'll
Chamber
come
of
together.
Understanding.
Yeah. So once a month, we'll come together and we'll talk horror on the 13th Horror Show. It's never going to get old, that. It's never going to get old.
One week later, it got old. It got very old.
But let's see who's with us tonight in the chat. We have Andy Roberts. He's been looking forward to this. Why did I read that in like Count Dooku's voice? I've been looking forward to this. Joey B1's in the chat. Andy as well. Good evening, Andy. Stuggy. Good evening, Stugster. They're all at it again using they're all channel members now, so they're using the especially emojis, but they don't show up on here on StreamYard. You can't see them.
So you're
basically in my last live stream, I didn't gel my hair, and because I fell asleep in the bed behind me, so I woke up and my hair was like all fluffy, and they officially all called me hashtag Fluffy Sorrel. So hashtag Fluffy Sorrel and hashtag Cocaine Bear is back.
Cool.
It's been a while. They've missed Ryan.
Aww.
Hey, Ryan. Aww. So welcome, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you once again to those of you that did join the Super Club on the last live stream, including Jenko T, Shelley, and Andy. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
What is the Super Club?
Oh, the Super Club is my channel membership where you can join for just the price of a cup of coffee. It's $2.99 a month, and you get channel perks, including membership, special emojis, a live stream once a month just for people that are channel members, and giveaways. So those that support me,
cool.
I support back.
That wasn't a plug, by the way. I genuinely didn't know what that was. So, because I don't know if you've noticed by my lack of YouTube videos and stuff, I don't know YouTube very well.
It was the perfect segue.
It was. It's like people don't do things going to get paid, and that's just really sad. Wow, these chocolate raisins from Grape Tree are amazing.
It's the choice of a generation. Oh, dear.
I like that as well, because Jake can't tell us off for doing that.
But yes, guys, we are here to talk horror, and there has been plenty of announcements this week. And just a few hours ago, they've just said that the trailer for The Crow is dropping tomorrow. Did you see that?
Yeah, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I'm curious to see the trailer, but I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about the film. I wasn't super keen on the design. Yeah, it's going to be mixed feelings.
Nurburgring, little, yellow, different.
It's giving me a headache. I need to get the wig really to be like goth.
Did anyone watch Imaginary? Stug says I've not seen it yet.
So I haven't. However, my cousin has seen it. My cousin is one of those people I genuinely respect their opinion on film. My cousin Luke Reed, and he does great. He gave it like I think it was like a 1 or 2 out of 5. He was very unimpressed. I think he said there's another good concept was wasted. So that was a bit of a shame. At first, I got confused. I thought he was talking about the one with Ryan Reynolds. I was like,
yeah.
The way he was describing it, I was like, oh, that's dark for a kid. And I was like, oh no, I forgot about the horror film called Imaginary as well. Just weirdly poor timing that both of those are coming out.
Yeah, it's very weird that we get like a kids version and a horror version. I'm waiting for the parent that goes in the wrong screen. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. Mommy, you said it was safe. I know.
Lightning Collector's with us as well. Good evening, Lightning Collector. I hope you're good, my friend.
Good job. Sorry.
But yeah, people said that though about people said that though about Lisa Frankenstein, and it's actually become one of my like guilty pleasures now. It's not the best movie, but it's fun. It's a fun movie.
I will still defend Virus until the day I die, which Jamie Lee Curtis has maintained as her worst film ever, and she hands it out to people as a cautionary tale apparently on DVD. However, I will defend them until I die.
Oh man, I'm just trying to think of her name. Who's in Lisa Frankenstein? What is the actress's name? It's going to drive me insane. But yeah, it was her from Iron Man and stuff. The new one, Catherine Newton. She's getting around a bit. Catherine Newton. She's in a lot of movies at the moment.
That is not the way it sounds. Just before we get sued by her press agency, Ash did not mean that she gets around in a sexual sense. He meant that she is currently working on a lot of projects. Got you back, man. You're doing this for a living now. You got to be careful. I can still be an absolute nightmare. I'm like the worst I get is I don't get to use Journey in my latest music video. Like you're.
Andy says, "What did he? Oh yeah, he's asking. Sorry, I'll just Whoop.
Andy Roberts, new member.
Yeah, and then they're using the yeet emoji. Yeet. First thing he uses is the yeet emoji. Andy, thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member. I really do appreciate you joining the Super Club. He's now got access to the special emojis, and the first thing he's done is gone for the yeet emoji. Yeet.
Yeet.
Stuggy says the first Omen trailer looks pretty cool as well. Yes, it does look pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
So is this another reboot?
It's a prequel of sorts. This one is a prequel that's introducing us to the mother of all evil. So I think she's giving birth to Damien in it. I think she's like possessed-ish because she's like giving birth to the Antichrist. I think that's how they're making it look on the trailer. Anyway, there's a lot of callbacks to the original because there's a bit in the trailer where it. Sorry, go on.
I haven't seen the trailer yet. But just from some of the screen grabs I've seen, I couldn't work out whether it was a reimagining or just like a new remake with a twist, or whether it was still like one of those Exorcist Legacy type style things.
Yeah, no, it's so because like in the trailer it shows the nun who's doused herself in like oil or something, and she stood on top of like the like church thing, and she sort of looks down and goes, "It's all for you," and then sets herself on fire. So there's callbacks to the original in it. You can see they're trying to fit it in, but I think the woman that is in this is giving birth to Damien. I think this is like the prequel to the original. I think.
Sorry, it just sounded funny when you said like to Damien, as in like that was like a time of the week. Tomorrow? No, to Damien.
But yeah, it's a weird looking movie.
It is. I'm kind of curious because things it didn't really work with The Exorcist. Obviously, like you said, I think you messaged me the other day saying that they've temporarily cancelled The Exorcist sequels.
Yeah. So obviously, the guy who was making
see that little segue
movies,
I did there. That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah. But the guy who was making the movies, he's now officially like moved on. He's no longer on the project. So Universal have kind of sacked off both projects. They still want to create with Blumhouse a new Exorcist movie, but they don't want to rush it, which I suppose is a good thing.
Yeah.
But basically, the last film, I'm guessing for all intents and purposes, now no longer exists.
The problem is they keep doing this. They keep going like, this is the start of a new trilogy. Starting now. 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 That was just a warm-up. No, not that was we were just practicing then. No, right now.
Yeah, so it's odd, but apparently they are looking into what they want to do with the franchise going forward, how they want it to be portrayed, and so they're kind of like soft rebooting, probably more than likely. I would have thought.
Okay.
Or just
I can go with that.
To be fair, The Exorcist doesn't need to be based on Linda Blair and doesn't need to be based on the original films. It's as long as there's a kid being possessed, you can do what you want with it. So I say move on and start again with a fresh story.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, because I think it's not an icon franchise in regards to like Regan became like sort of iconic because of the way she portrayed the character, but she's not the main character. It's called The Exorcist, not The Exorcy. The exercised person, the exerciser. No, do you know what I mean? Not like it's about the person doing the job, not the person who the job's being done on. It's like it's got called like it's feel like the decorator rather than the decorated.
That's the weirdest way of putting it.
I know what I mean. You've missed my logic, but like
I know.
So it's not like it's like Friday the 13th or A Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream, for example. You have those iconic. They're really iconic because of their signature villains. Whereas The Exorcist, you're right, is more about the idea of the possession of a demon of someone who is helpless, and The Exorcist is the whole thing is trying to get the demon out, whoever the victim is, not about coming back to the same person.
Yeah, if anything, I would like if they're trying to make it into like multiple or trying to build something on it, I would like to see that it's the demon moving from person to person rather than, you know what I mean? They could make it about the demon and the exorcist, but then just change the kid up each time or the person each time.
Yeah, inherits the memories, different abilities or something each time.
Yeah.
Basically like a really messed up Doctor Who.
Yeah. I could just see that face from the Exorcist going, doing the whole like gold thing. I don't want to go.
I don't want to go. No, wait, does this? I don't want to go. Just go around 6 times. Yeah, so that's an interesting one. It's just about franchises in general. I think like when do you retire a franchise now? Like, what's a good time to do it? Because we're getting this Omen sort of spin-off reimagining / prequel sequel. We don't really know. They're still not really letting go of The Exorcist. Scream 7, which we will talk about a bit later, because obviously big news about that. I saw that come up in the comments, but we will talk about that. But there's like if I remember correctly, there's like a Halloween TV series in the works. Now, I actually quite liked the last 3 Halloween films. They're not like masterpieces by any means, but they've got some great kills in them, and I found them thoroughly entertaining. But they made a big point, and spoiler alert, but like Michael Myers is dead. Like he has been put into like a blender. Like dead. Like a big bag of assorted dead. Like, yeah, unless it's gonna have like a spin-off with the Lego movie where they put him back together, he's dead. Like, so now they're gonna do a TV series, and I think it's somehow gonna fit into it. But I kind of was like, should we just leave Michael Myers and Haddonfield alone now for a while? Like, if we come back to it in like 10 years' time with a new idea, but you know, there are so many other franchises maybe that could do with a bit of TLC or reimagining. You know, Trick or Treat, which I know is a favorite of yours.
Oh yeah,
is criminally underused. He's dead, but as long as he's not dead, there's no
But to me, again, because I love Sam, as I have to say, will using Sam too much then take away from why he's so special? That's the thing for me.
Ooh.
It's like all the Christmas movies are good because you don't mess with them. We don't try and make sequels of them. We just leave them alone. Like Hocus Pocus before they made the second one. It's like, if a film's good, leave it, don't touch it. It's like Sam's perfect. I'm against the whole sequel thing for Sam. As much as I'd love to see another outing of Sam, I just think the first one's such a good little encapsulated bubble. Why mess with it? It's like Love Actually. Trying to make a sequel to that would be disastrous. It's a self-contained little story. Leave it alone after that. It's not a franchise. Just leave it.
Love Actually 2, Divorce-a-Roo. That's what they could call it. No, too dark.
Just have the wife of I forgot his character's name, but the guy, you know, Alan Rickman.
Mm.
Just have the wife of her explaining to her children why daddy's gone. You know what I mean? He cheated on me, so I killed him.
Oh. Yeah.
That's dark.
Yeah, I mostly stabbed at night, mostly.
But yeah, the whole thing with the Michael Myers thing is the thing that I don't get is they're not even continuing it from the new film franchise because, like you say, he's dead. They've already said this is going back to the original movie again and building on that. And it's like, why? Like, why do that again? We've just had that.
Yeah, and you're not going to get Laurie Strode back. So I think they're talking about the kid that gets babysat, who Paul Rudd played in number 6.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Oh God,
which is just weird. But
I really don't want.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, I can't. I'm a bit worried about that one, to be honest. Like the Camp Crystal Lake one, I kind of get because we've never really had the prequel to Jason, so I kind of understand that and showing us where Jason came from and his mother and all that stuff. That's quite a cool concept. But Michael Myers, very different person. Mike Myers, the whole thing that like, we've already had it. Like not Tim Burton, Rob Zombie kind of ruined that for us.
Yeah.
He made Michael Myers into a chubby little blonde kid. He's not scary now.
Yeah, the problem is Rob Zombie has that effect on 90% of things.
And he's going to have that effect yet again on Fred.
Yeah, how's that go? What? Like,
so
come on, I know
Fred,
you're busting a gut to talk about it.
Yeah, so Fred apparently is Rob Zombie's take on Freddy Krueger. But from what I understand, it's not linked to anything that like has happened before or anything. So it's not Robert Englund, it's not anything to do with it. It's just his take on Freddy Krueger. A bit like what he did with Halloween, where he went back and did what he wanted. So this is basically his Nightmare on Elm Street, but he's called it Fred rather than a Nightmare on Elm Street. He's not even tried to. It's just called Fred.
And it's going to be who is going to play badly.
Well, it's going to be a television series that goes straight to Max. So I mean, that gives you all the confidence in the world.
She'll be in there, not acting at all. Oh, by the way, Lightning Collector, we don't dislike Rob Zombie's Halloween. We should probably make that clear. We've had a discussion about this on a previous episode. It's a 50% great movie and 50% crap movie. So it's not that we don't like it. We just don't like some of it, but we like lots of other parts of it. And also, me and Ash, by the way, this is going to shock everyone on the internet, but me and Ash actually have different opinions about things sometimes. I think it's known as being individuals. So like we do have a big thing, but don't worry, we don't actually hate the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. So
no,
just in case.
We did kind of rank those on the one of the previous ones, didn't we? It was we went through those movies and less about that the better for me. Yeah. But anyway, he's not my favorite, but it does have its moments. It has its moments.
Unlike the Munsters.
Unlike the Munsters, which is just unforgivable. What have they done to my beloved Munsters?
So angry.
You know at some point he's going to take. You know, at some point he's going to take on the Addams Family, don't you? You know that's coming next. That will be in his like project line. And I'm just, I'm scared for
that. Because it would be like diddle-a-dun. And then it will go into like it will be like, oh wait, he can play death metal drums with his thumbs, and oh look, here comes my wife. Just because every other thing has to do with it as well. But yeah,
it'll just cut to Wednesday Addams.
Really great or terrible.
It'll just cut to Wednesday Adam, who's using a bass guitar like a cello, boom, boom,
with a skull on top.
And you know that Morticia will be Sherry Moon Zombie, and they'll make her a blonde.
Yeah,
you know that'll happen.
Yeah, I know. Because the difference is when people moan about like, oh, Tim Burton uses Helen Bonham Carter a lot. Yeah, but she can act at least. So there is a caveat with that.
Oh, do you know what? I'm having fun with this. I'm going to keep this going. So it'll be Pedro Pascal. He'll be Gomez. We'll have Pedro Pascal as Gomez. It'll be.
I could actually see that.
That's why I'm laughing, because I can imagine him and Sherry Moon Zombie. That'll be the weirdest thing ever. And then it'll be just to throw you off, just to throw you off completely. It would be Jason Statham as what do you call him? Fester.
Oh, do you know what? Now I kind of want to see that movie, actually.
So, you're here to take my family's fortune. It's all right. We died years ago. I'm not even that angry, but I am Jason Statham.
Just imagine him in the bathtub with the light bulb, Debbie.
And then Vin Diesel comes along and says, "No, this is my family."
We had to get Vin Diesel in there.
And then it's actually Fast and the Addams 29.
Oh, brilliant. What's this? Oh, he's been away a few weeks. Ryan comes in with the attitude, get him. We need a watch along on this channel with a real cheesy horror film. Yeah, we do. I can do that at some point. We definitely need to do that. I would
so be up for that. Yeah.
Well, Ryan, I've got to break it to you. There's a new cocaine movie coming out. Have you heard about it?
What?
So you know we've had Cocaine Bear, we've had Cocaine Shark, we've had so many, and I spoke about this with Jacob on the Geek Week, but I've got to share it with you because I know you'll really appreciate this. So let me bring it up on screen. Everyone in the chat probably knows where I'm going with this because most people here was at the Geek Week, but you can run, you can hide, but he will huff. Always sniff you out. And yeah, we have a buxom cocaine werewolf. So do you want to see the actual picture of the werewolf?
Yes. This is exciting.
Because this looks like it was made in a dollar store. This is amazing. There's low budget, and then there's this bad boy. Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, if it's trying to capture the cheesy straight to VHS of the 80s, then like it's nailing that.
It looks like a kid who's wearing
on purpose.
No, it's deadly serious, this movie. I love the fact that it looks like a kid in a school shirt that has been to the shop and bought a mask and gloves for Halloween.
Yeah, but I mean, look at those eyes. That's not CGI eyes, mate. That's practical effects, which I know you may question that, but I think those light up eyes might be practical effects. I think there's some budget here that we haven't seen yet, because they might be lasers.
And you do know that the bloke inside that mask wearing it has got that red just tinted into his eyes forever now, because that was a blinded the pop.
It's just filled with tears underneath that. That's why it's getting bigger at the bottom. It's just full of tears.
Opening part of Adam's Family, these mixed with Dracula.
Thing is, do you know what? If the mashup works so well between that Matilda video and the Dracula, then yeah, do you know what? I wouldn't be there for that, because that is something Rob Zombie does well. Dracula is a
Richard Bray will play Gomez. No, mate, you need to check out IMDb page. It's bad.
Now, I don't know. I know one or two things about being in a bad movie. I shall investigate this and let you know with the insider information.
So since we last spoke, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was given the worst movie of all time award.
It got the what was that about?
I don't think it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. I've seen worse.
A lot worse. Yeah.
But can I ask you a question?
We were robbed.
In the original Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, do the characters talk?
No.
So why do they talk in the new
one? Because they had a budget to pay for voices, I'm guessing. They've done a weird thing. I don't get this new one, but like, Well, because there was that rights thing with the thing, wasn't there? When we talked to Craig on one of the first episodes, he couldn't talk like this. That would be against the rules of copyright, because that's actually Disney. So that bit was out the window. But I think he does do some garbled noises at the end, very, very end of the film. I think maybe, possibly.
But they've released a new clip, basically. You can watch it on YouTube. I can't show it here because it's far too violent. But there is a clip of Tigger murdering someone and basically having a good old time while doing it and talking. And he's fully on talking. It's not like, it's like full on like, Tigger's here and he wants to play. It's like very weird.
The wonderful thing about Tigger is that Tigger's a murderous thing.
That's the thing. Because like you were saying, in the last movie, they weren't allowed to talk anything like Winnie the Pooh because they were scared of Disney coming after him. Whereas the guy playing Tigger is full on going for like a Tigger wannabe voice. He's clearly like, "Oh, Tigger's coming, gonna bounce my way over to you."
I reckon they've had the budget to buy something because they did say that the budget was a lot bigger after this, because no matter how rubbish it was, it made money, the first one, because it was the first one out of these childhood things to suddenly go like, yeah, remember your childhood? Well, you. So I think it got a budget, so maybe that's why. I haven't seen the clips yet. I'm a little bit hesitant to watch it because I feel a bit loyal to Craig, and I was a bit upset that Craig wasn't.
He's not in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That did kind of ruin
after all
it.
that suffering he did, wearing all the honey and everything. That's just horrifying.
But this is the new trailer the new movie poster that they've given us. So, I mean, Winnie the Pooh's got a flaming chainsaw in this one. I don't know what they've done to Piglet, but it looks like he's seen some shit.
Yeah. Is that meant to be Gopher on the front right?
No, down here we've got Owl and Tigger.
That's Owl and Tigger.
That's Owl and Tigger. Or yeah. And then if we look further down, you've got like on the left-hand side there, you've got like the young version of Winnie the Pooh, which is like really skinny, and then you've got the one in the overalls, which is the like adult version.
What's next to him though?
There's some little kid. I don't
know why I'm pointing. No, next above him. So above the two kids full-bodied, you've got
the guy who's been mutilated to death. Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
That's terrifying. It looks like a wormhole with a face. Or it looks like Admiral Akbar imploded.
It's a trap. But what I'm loving about this is that clearly, this is not anything that they filmed themselves. This is not from their movie or anything. This is clearly CGI, not AI. And the one reason I think it's AI is because look at those wobbly arms. Either that or she's broke them in several places.
Or it's like olive oil. Popeye, help me.
I could wave your arm. Yeah, it just looks too bad. It looks weird.
This is what I've missed about being on YouTube Lives, by the way. I've just noticed that in the top left-hand corner it says, see Andy's name flashing. It's because Andy has no doubt, we've mentioned one thing and Andy has probably sent me like a link to probably one of these or something, or pictures, because Andy's like the man in the chair. He's always got the stuff going on.
Yeah,
so I look forward to seeing whatever Andy has sent me.
Yeah, I ain't got notification because I keep my Facebook off, because if I have it on, I'm with me doing the hosting, it'll just go. You'll hear it ping every 10 seconds. So I have to turn it off to know that Andy sends stuff left, right, and center. Andy, I am Andy, not a person.
AI, man, AI.
Okie dokie. All right. Another thing that was that caught my eye this week is we did speak about this as well on a previous episode, which was Maggie Gyllenhaal's Bride of Frankenstein movie. That's actually moving forward quite a lot. Yeah. So this has now been officially labeled as a Universal Monsters movie. So it's official Universal.
Oh.
And the film is officially now called The Bride, and it's going to be released for Halloween 2025.
Okay.
The casting for it is decent. So we've got Penelope Cruz, who's going to be playing the bride, Christian Bale as Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, and Peter Skarsgård is going to be the detective in it.
Oh yeah, he's good. That is a good
So
cast.
That's a decent casting for what it is. I mean, it's a small budget movie, but they've got three very big actors in it, and Maggie Gyllenhaal's directing.
This could be the rebirth of the Universal monsters that you and me have wanted for ages. We've said we wanted a proper old school Universal monsters, and I think a smaller budget, more intense cast, done well, taking time. That's what it needs. We don't need another. How can we over blockbuster it? No, let's make Universal monsters creepy again.
Yeah, I'm still holding out for Guillermo del Toro's version, because he basically
I think he's the best hope for like a whole universe of things.
Yeah, so he's basically come out and said he's making his own versions, and he has already said that the Way of Water, is it called, that film he made about the sea monster thing, that officially is his version of the swamp thing of Creature of the Black Lagoon. That's his version of that. He's keeping that monster and that story as a part of his universe. He announced that recently, so that is his version of Creature of the Black Lagoon, and he's moving forward with his Frankenstein movie. So he's doing casting at the moment. So
all right.
Apparently his script and that's done, and it's been greenlit and everything. So he's doing casting now.
I've got a feeling he just looks at paper and something gold just starts writing. Like,
I've got a feeling he doesn't. I've got a feeling he just basically doesn't even write anything. He just goes, "I've got an idea. we'll write something later, but I've got a concept, and that's good enough."
I've done 3 bits of concept art. We'll get like millions for it. Don't worry about it.
I've got a feeling that's how he just approached you. He approached Netflix with an actual like case of curiosities and just went, "This is from my collection. It's got weird things inside. I'm going to write an episode about each one of these things." And Netflix like, £1 million. There you go. Go have fun.
Yeah, feel like how Michael Bay just goes, "I've got a story. It involves explosions. What about the rest of it? I'm when I'm filming it, but it's got a lot of explosions. It's gonna be great."
Oh dear.
Is it Bad Boys or Transformers? We don't know. I'll work it out after.
Speaking of films going straight to streaming services, Salem's Lot remake, the remake nobody asked for, basically is still in the works, except now it's no longer a cinema release. It's going straight to Max.
Which one's Max?
Max is the dodgy, who runs Max? So it's I can't think of it. It's like Paramount and crap like that.
HBO or something like that.
Yeah, it's like HBO and Paramount and Comedy Central, and there's a bunch of them that all came together in there. In England, it's all on Amazon Prime, basically.
Oh, cool. Right, that's where I need to basically. That's what I want to know.
Max is okay, but yeah, we get it all on Amazon. Just get it. So yeah, you just pay whatever they ask you for that particular service. You know, a bit like Shudder and all the rest of them. It's like $4.99 a month or something daft.
Yeah, I got a bit annoyed about that recently because I realized I was paying for Shudder twice a month.
Ooh.
Because I was paying for it on the laptop, like, my normal things, and then also as a channel on Amazon, but you can't link them and you can't use one or the other. So it's annoying because they don't have their own app. So I either have to watch it exclusively through Amazon, or I have to watch it only on the websites on like my iPad, or I don't know, I have an iPad, but it'd have to be like on a tablet, my phone, or the laptop. It's just a bit like, got a bit annoyed with the customer service, so I can't join them or link them or anything. Like, no. So, that's helpful. Thanks. So I think I'll keep probably the one on Amazon as a channel. I think that makes more sense. Because I quite like Stars as well. I had that one for a while. Stars Play, I think it was called, or something like that. Which had Doom Patrol on it.
Was it for Doom Patrol or was it for Spartacus?
Oh, I forgot about Spartacus. It might now be for Spartacus, but
I just love Spartacus for the inventive swearing. I just love listening to them swear. It's the best thing ever. Jupiter's cock. I'll bend
Andy.
over so you can ram me harder.
That's available on Super Sorrel's merch t-shirts. So for you Super Chat people, just that on a t-shirt, you can get that there. And I know I can hook my look. I'm not like sitting here trying to do like the Minority Report. I'm not an idiot. I've worked out to connect my webcam to a laptop, and I'm streaming to all the hundreds and hundreds of, well, I say hundreds, the ones and twos of people out on the internet. I can work out how to hook a laptop up to a TV. The point is, I don't want to have to keep hooking stuff up to things. I just want to be able to go there, go to my TV, and be like, boop, shudder.
Random one for you all. Anyone else think Guillermo del Toro and Peter Jackson are the same person?
Yes, it's just when one wants to do big budget films, he's like, right, I'm Peter Jackson.
I think Peter Jackson's just in a corner crying because Amazon bought the rights to the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, I'm still just watching I've got the DVDs, the extendeds. That's basically what I watch. I mean, I watched the first few of the TV series and I thought it was all right. I will watch the rest at some point. But I mean, I've only just started Game of Thrones for reference, so that's how far behind on TV I am. So,
oh my god.
Well, the problem is horror stuff comes out, and you want to watch that instead. So, like for my birthday, like last month, I got a lot of the missing, like the Hellraiser films I was missing, like the straight to DVD ones, because you know I'm a glutton for punishment, and they have so much to show me. They really are like a couple of the later ones. There's some good bits in them, but some of them are like story kind of afterwards.
I've made Hellraiser. I think I've only seen the original movie. I've not seen any of the sequels. I think I've only seen the original.
The first three are good to watch, and the new one, you know, the reboot they did.
Yeah, with the female version.
Yeah, that was bloody awesome. That was really good. No pun intended, but that was bloody awesome.
Game of Thrones spoiler: Jon Snow knows nothing.
No, he does know something. He knows that winter is coming.
I can't believe you're only just getting onto Game of Thrones.
Look, I'll explain why, right? Because the problem is when you're a nerd, and you must get this, right?
I do.
When you're a nerd, everyone gives you like a list of 50 different programs to watch. He goes, I haven't watched this, and this. But they're asking you why you're at your full-time job, and you're like, well, no, I'm here with you 8 hours a day for 5 days a week, so I've probably not watched all of like the 700 hours of TV you recommended I watch in one night. But you know, the other thing is, I actually thought it was longer than what it was. I thought each season was like 25 episodes. I was I have not got time to start that, and then I found out apparently there's only like 10 episodes per season. So I was like, oh, sod this, I might as well start it now.
Yeah, just don't get attached to any character at all. That's the one piece of advice I'll give you.
Everyone's gonna die.
Sorry, I'm late. My cat with asthma escaped, and I had to go looking for him as he's an indoors cat. Why does that sound like the cat ate my homework kind of thing? I'm sorry, I'm late. My cat's got asthma, and he escaped, and I had to go get him.
Just say you were doing drugs and be honest, Shelley. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm kidding, Shelley. I know you've been having trouble with your cat, mate. I hope you're all right. That sounds even worse. I'm going to move on. Right. I can't say that. We had this trouble on the Geek Week with Jacob, right? Somebody put something about Beth having her Super 7 cat lair turn up this week, and I broke into like pieces. I couldn't talk.
Not this again. When that was announced, you could not get through the announcement. It was like 15 minutes solid of you and Jake. I can't even remember what I said. I said something about Cat's Lair, and you two just went like it went nonstop. I was trying to be the professional.
It's because somebody said, "Beth, can you come on and show us your cat lair?" And that just set me off. I love it. I still laugh now. Right? Yeah, Joey B. Word Thundercat's lair. Yeah, that's Beth. I love you, Beth. We'll show on OnlyFans. You have to do an OnlyFans like John Cena, because John Cena's OnlyFans is the best thing ever.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Have you not seen? Oh, sorry, I fell for that one.
Uh,
Did you hear about John Cena and his OnlyFans?
No.
He's genuinely made an OnlyFans account, which he's charging people for. And it's like things like John Cena eats a banana provocatively. And it's literally him sat in his kitchen going, nom, 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 like eating a banana as the that. There's one that says John Cena chokes on balls. And it's like meatballs or something. And he's going, ah. It's the weirdest piece of comedy ever. But he's an absolute genius for doing it. He's just taking the mick out of OnlyFans.
Yeah, I agree with Shelley. It does sound like you might actually be a full-fledged member of John Cena's OnlyFans.
No, I haven't paid for it, but I've seen the clips on YouTube because it went viral.
Wow,
John Cena gets cream pie in the face. Yeah,
that's robbing a creator of his content. Oh, shame on you, sir.
John Cena gets a cream pie in the face, and it's a literal pie. Yep. That's the level of comedy. John Cena's
this just turned awkward. what the hell does yeet mean? I keep seeing this everywhere. What does yeet mean?
So if you watch on my videos, because I don't collect boxes, I'm not an inbox collector. I'm an out-of-box collector. So every time I get a box, I basically go yeet and I like uppercut it and make it fly across the room. It's something I've done. It was my brother my brother's 8 years younger than me, so he uses street terms that I'm not familiar with, and he kept saying yeet when he threw things, like yeet, yeet. And it like WWE have started using it with one of their wrestlers recently. Like they shout yeet at everything now. So basically, I've been using it for years, and it was Joey B1 that said around Christmas time that he wanted a video with me just putting all the yeets that I've ever done together in a montage. So I gave him a yeet montage, and now everyone shouts yeet at me. So I made a little. So when people sign up to your, when people sign up to become a channel member, you can basically put your own emojis in. So me and Andy H came up together this afternoon, and Shelley donated one as well, where we've now got a yeet emoji. We've got a super sorrel emoji where I'm in a super suit. We've got a fluffy emoji because apparently I'm fluffy. And yeah, it goes on and on and on. The members that have joined over the last couple of days have basically helped build the super club and put all their own emojis in that they want to use in the chat.
The funny thing is, you're going full time, but yet I feel like I'm the one benefiting from this. This is just pure enjoyment.
Yeah, so it's one of the things where at the moment, because we're on StreamYard, it doesn't show the picture. It just put the code command in that they're typing, or what's the emojis like code command. So all we see is the word yeet appearing about 1,000 times an episode, where they're putting little emojis in the chat.
Gotta love a yeet. Hashtag fluffy sorrel.
Yeah. Fluffy sorrel is the new thing. That appeared on. I've got a feeling that when I go and do the Geek Week with Jacob on Sunday, he's going to be so confused because all that he's going to see in the chat is the word yeet and fluffy sorrel. That's all that's going to keep appearing over and over.
Brilliant. Right. Absolutely amazing. Right, we are a horror podcast, right?
Back on horrors, though. Jesus.
Should we talk about Scream? Scream.
Yes, please.
So, Scream is a franchise where their villain is known as Ghostface. Wait, how basic did we want to
go? My next mission is to make a fluffy oral emoji. Sake. But yeah, Neve Campbell.
I expect to see it by next month one. Yeah, what the hell?
So the director who was all attached to it with the two girls and that, they've all bowed out, and so we've kind of like lost everyone that we've had for the last 3 movies now. They're not coming back. So we're gonna get another Neve Campbell outing.
Which I am glad she's back. However, I didn't like the way that the exit was handled for the last 2. It was Jenny Ortega, and I can't remember what the other one was. One of them was fired because they put up, which in my opinion was actually quite a justifiable post about the concerns going on overseas.
Yeah.
And then, they fired her for it, which I thought was just not even like, let's have a discussion, let's just fire. And then Jenny Ortega, all credit to her, was in solidarity, was like, no, I'm gone. So that's put a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, I won't lie, because but on the other hand, if we're talking from a actor point of view, and we're just talking from a story perspective, that story was sort of wrapped up nicely done in the last film. You know, she drops the original Ghostface mask. She's made peace with who she is in regards to who her father is. You know, there's sort of, you know, there is room now for it in a different direction. The biggest thing is going to be if what's her name? Courtney Cox comes back. Yeah. Could not think of the words.
Sorry, you said a name in song and it just made me laugh. Courtney Cox, I love you. So it reminded me of South Park for a second. Then that. do you know which song I'm on about?
Yeah.
They do the dreidel song, and his dad's in my going, Courtney Cox, I love you. Gee,
yeah.
I need a stiff now.
Don't get him started.
What do you think I'm drinking? Because it's
what do you reckon story-wise then?
Oh, I don't know at the minute because there's such a early point in the idea of it. But apparently they've got script because she put a picture of a script up, didn't she? So I mean, obviously they've got something planned. But to
be fair, you know, you could do that just be like script.
Yeah. I was really hoping that we were going to see the return of, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Stu. I was hoping to see a return of him to the franchise, but I don't think we're going to get that now.
I don't know. If Neve's coming back, it would make more sense for him to come back than it did the other ones because there's a connection there, I guess. I think it would be quite cool because she's meant to be living overseas or something with someone, isn't she? You know?
Yeah.
Because they just did that thing where because they didn't write her off, they just did like a phone call and made out like, yeah, she's somewhere across the planet. So it would be quite cool if maybe they did it so this was happening simultaneously with the story that just happened.
Ooh.
In a different country.
I was thinking even better could be that the first, they always do that thing where they kill off someone, as the opening kill kind of thing. They always do that kill at the very beginning, and they've done it in every movie. What if the opening kill is Courtney Cox this time around? What if she's like labeled as being in the movie and they kill her off in the first 10 seconds and Neve Campbell is coming back to America for her funeral? That brings her back to the town and stuff. That's the reason she's in the movie and why she's come back. Oh, that's a good way of doing it, isn't it?
Oh, that would be good because she would be the only one left.
Mm-hmm. That would be brilliant. That would be a way of like having Courtney Cox back, but kind of showing her as being a bit, from the last movie, she's still injured and stuff. Kill her off in the opening act, and then it's literally just Ghostface versus Neve Campbell like through the entire movie.
The thing is, it'd be hard to. You don't know what their plans are for like yet another sequel or something. So if they're planning for this to be just the last, that'd be quite good. Yeah, this is a franchise that needs to sort of come to an end. As much as I've enjoyed the other ones, they've been good fun, but they'd be better off making a stab movie as the next one would be quite funny.
The thing is with this franchise is I like I say I've enjoyed it, but I want it to end now. I kind of feel like this is the final Halloween moment where it's Laurie Strode versus Michael. You need that kind of closure fight scene between them two where they finally duke it out and that's it. Yeah,
and that's why it needs to be someone good, and that's why I kind of think Stu would be.
Yeah, because if you had her versus Stu through the entire movie, that would sell itself. You know what I mean? But they're going to do something stupid where they're going to reveal the mask and it'll be Hayden Panettiere or something. I can see it happening already. They just pull the Scream mask off. It's Hayden. Like, what are you doing in there?
Or it's going to be. I just had this image of it being like it was her mum who's been alive the whole time. Oh, and then she's like, "Oh, come back to me." Actually, la 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 la.
Hayden Planetarium. You have to be. You have to forgive me,
Or-
people. This is getting strong. This is getting stronger the further down I get. Let's put it that way. And we've been talking for what 50 minutes, and I've been slowly drinking. That it was full at the beginning of this episode. That's like a pint of
I've
rum and
got it.
coke.
I've worked
Go.
out. Neve Campbell is fighting Ghostface. Ghostface turns out to be Cindy from Scary Movie, Anna Faris.
I would love that more than anything in the world.
Hello, Cindy. Wait, no, Sydney. I mean, wait, who am I? Who are you?
And she goes to use it, and the thing just doesn't work. She has to tap it to make it work. Just right.
And from the corner, strong hand comes back. No, I'm joking. That'd be terrible. That would be.
Take my strong hand. I love that man so much.
Oh God. But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know where they'd go with it, but it would have to end. I think, like if you've got Neve Campbell back, do it properly. Because I mean, I suspect maybe they've managed to get her back because they're not paying for the other cast members now. Because that was why she left, was because of the pay dispute. You know, she quite rightly she was not paid for what her draw was for those films, and so now they've probably got like, well, we've got the budget of 2 other mains, and we might as well just use it and pay Neve now.
I like how she's put on her Twitter, I'm very happy and proud to say I've been asked in the most respectful way to bring Sydney back to the screen. No, you've been. I like the in the most respectful way, meaning money. They paid me right.
Hey, what's your favorite bank balance?
And it's Kevin Williamson that's back at the helm, isn't it, for this one? You hear about
That's
that?
why I think. Yeah, that's why I think it could be a good like.
Because
I
he
think
did
it could be good
Scream.
to turn
He
to
did,
the form.
yeah, because he was the screenwriter for Scream, Scream 2, and Scream 4. He didn't write the third one.
With the one with Jay and Silent Bob in it.
The one with Jay and Silent Bob in it.
Which means that the whole of Scream is technically part of the US universe, which is crazy.
I know.
Which means technically Dogma happened in that same universe, which is weird to think.
Oh,
But
can we have Jay
I-
and Silent
yeah,
Bob as the first movie kill?
Oh, do you know what? If you can kill Dante, you can kill Silent Bob. No,
That's it. Kill Silent Bob, and he actually doesn't scream or anything. He just mimes as he's dying. Then you just get Jay, who just shouts the most amount of expletives you've ever heard of as he's dying.
gets a knife in the chest, and Silent Bob just looks at the camera and is like. Oh yeah, we shouldn't write the next Scream, but yeah,
No,
I
we
think it'll be a return to form. I think it will go. I do think there'll be a big connection to the past, and I think the Stewie thing is not out the realms of possibility because Matthew Lillard's popularity as well has like really gone up over the years. I mean, justifiably so. The guy's a terrific actor and just seems like a wonderful human being. So I think there's every chance he could come back in some form. Yeah, I would be really happy to see him come back as a way to tie it up as a franchise and then put it in a box and leave now for a long, long time.
I've just, because obviously I'm going to Universal Studios at the end of the year. I've just been kind of looking at what's being announced, like slowly, and like what houses might be there in October when I get there. I've got a feeling there's definitely going to be a Ghostface one this year. After the announcement of Scream
100%.
7, Universal are going to want to milk that bad boy for all it's worth.
Yeah, you'll see Ghostface through the windows and stuff like that. There'll be some good stuff going there.
That'll be awesome. But speaking of callbacks to one of our previous shows, we did talk about this film quite a while ago now when it first got announced, which is Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah,
and it just had its first trailer release.
Yes,
and yeah, but I'm proud to say this is actually going to cinemas in the UK. It is coming on Shudder. You will be able to see it on Shudder at the end of this month, so you can just wait. But Cineworld in the UK have got the rights to show it, and it's only on select cinemas, but there is quite a few on there right now. I'm happy because Castleford's on there, so I can go. Woo! So on the 19th, on Tuesday the 19th. Which one?
Braintree.
Braintree.
Yeah.
No. So far in the Bs, we've got Basildon, Bradford, Cardiff, Castleford, Crawley, Glasgow, Hemel Hempstead, London, Milton Keynes, Newcastle, Poole, Rushden, Sheffield, Stevenage, Wolverhampton. They're the ones so far. But like Castleford wasn't on there the other day, so they are adding cinemas like daily up until the movie's released, probably. So if the film is officially out it's for one night only on the 19th of the 3rd. So about another week away.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
that
could
is
try and
the
see it
week.
in London.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go see it at Castleford because that looks like a good movie for a big screen from that
I
trailer.
feel that's gonna be very atmospheric.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I liked the idea that it was like an old Sorry, that's a rum talking. I love the idea that it was like an old like movie studio, and it reminded me a lot. You like the whole like ending scene to Joker where it's a bit uneasy, and it's just a talk show between two people, and one of them's clearly unhinged.
Yes.
It felt a bit like that. Like it's got this dude who's the host, and then you're gonna have like someone on there who's absolutely possessed and causing problems in the theater and stuff. That's just gonna be awesome.
Who played one of Joker's henchmen in Dark Knight? Funny enough, little connection there. Yeah, I agree. I think this has got like really sort of freaky vibes. There was a good program at one point I think it was in the 80s called Ghost Watch, and I think it was Chris Tarrant or Michael Parkinson who hosted it. It was all meant to be quite a serious looking like live paranormal program.
Oh, Ghost Watch. Ghost Watch.
Yeah. It's got like some vibes of that. It's got like a bit of a touch of the Warrens meets a real life like talk show. Like I think it's really exciting looking, and the way they filmed it is that it looks like it's going to be half as if you're watching the show and half what's happening behind the scenes, and I think that's a really exciting sort of way to do it.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how I felt like when I saw the trailer. I was like, they're making this like you're watching it. It feels like you're watching the thing that went out. So that's quite cool.
Maybe we should do one.
But, mate, I tell you what, if you're on about the Warrens, there is a TV series that you can watch right now on, I think it's on Apple TV, but there are other means and ways of watching things. And it's the Enfield Poltergeist, you know, the one from that the Warrens did.
Oh yeah,
basically Conjuring 2. It's a documentary, but it's mainly all audio, and it's listening to the original recordings that the Warrens made, you know, because they had the tape recorder. And the movie,
awesome.
the movie only scratches the surface on what that ghost sounded like, and that is creepy. If that voice came out of a little kid, that is creepy. Because it genuinely is a really
I've got Apple TV.
horrible voice. There's means and ways of watching it online if you get my jizz. Gist, Jesus Christ. That were a slip of the tongue.
Goodbye, everyone.
I love this. He's so fluffy. Ours fluffy. Stop it. Yum rum, and that's what I now have. Captain Morgan's. Yeah, that's what I've got. The new Captain Morgan's black rum, and it's very tasty but incredibly strong. And as I'm finding as I'm going along, I'm slurring my words now. Is that actually a pint of rum and coke? Some heroes don't wear capes. I don't do things by halves.
You know what?
I don't have drinks very often. When I do, I go all out.
I'm quite partial to rum and coke. So we make sure like every episode we do of this is always it's a rum and coke affair.
A boozy affair. Yeah, we could do that. I like that. Every 13th of the month, we just get blathered and talk crap for 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. By the end of it, it's like, oh, we should definitely buy a bar.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I've got to quickly go back to the Fred bit with this. You know,
yeah.
We didn't really talk about it, right? So is it? It's a straight to streaming series.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
100%.
And it is.
So I'm just trying to bring up the details.
Officially going to be a Nightmare on Elm one, or is it just renamed?
We don't know. We have very limited details from what they've released. But there was basically an image that went around Facebook. Did you not see it?
No, I've been a
Let
bit
me try
in
and get
the shadows of late. Sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? Batman.
Let me grab it. Let's see if I can get it. As it will come up.
Waiting.
13th horror show, aka watching Sorrel and Ryan get bladdered. Yes, that is basically what the show is going to be going forward.
Every 13th of the month, it's just rum and coke.
Drinking rum and being scared and fighting round the world.
So one thing that does scare me is the fact that DJ Qualls is linked to this. I'm not sure if he's playing Fred, but his name's on the poster. So this is the poster. This is genuine, by the way. You can't make this up. And yeah, DJ Qualls is linked to this so far, and it's going to be a Max production with Rob Zombie at the helm. If DJ Qualls is Freddy Krueger, that's going to be the weirdest interpretation I've ever seen.
I am not sure how I feel about this.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong. That's how I feel about it. I feel like it's wrong. Because I like it and I don't want Rob Zombie to touch it. But, you know, the important thing to know, I just want to say that, you know, you are the salt of the earth, mate. Salt of the earth. And, you know you. I fucking love you. I just started getting it. Andy wanted those comments to be said. And I thought it'd be funnier if I would did it because I'm the one who's sober rather than the drunk guy.
If they get money. Guys, may I just say I've enjoyed this drink, but I'm not as drunk as I'm making out. I'm just having fun for the camera. But you know, anyway.
If you had fallen off your chair when you said that, that would have been the app.
That would have been amazing. Yeah, that would have been the peak of brilliance. Yeah. The 13th Horror Show, aka watching Soup Sorrel and Ryan get bladdered. Sorry, Soup Sorrel, just got home and pissed, and I missed most of the live. I'll catch up tomorrow. Then Andy has rightfully gone in there and just said, "No, where is it? It's okay. Ashley's half pissed anyway." Today's show is sponsored by Captain Morgan's. Yes, coming the 15th Street
Shark. To Admiral.
I know this is not horror related, but yeah, Street Sharks got announced today as coming back for the official anniversary. We've got the original Street Shark lineup.
Now that is an adult horror themed series I could watch. Street Sharks are rated where they actually like bite people's heads off. Basically, like King Shark in Suicide Squad. Street Sharks.
Everyone beware the terrifying tale of Fluffy Sorrel. He's a fluffy killer. You should see what he's done to poor Captain Morgan. He's drained the life from him.
I like that. We're encouraging people to drink who don't drink, Ryan. This is terrible.
Yeah, this is not good.
I'm more concerned by this comment. Which one of us?
Yeah.
Emily just come in and just gone, my dad. Like, whoa. I'm old enough to have a random child out there, but I don't think I've ever done that.
Prove it.
But I am of the age now. I am of the age where this could happen.
Show me the hairline, and then I'll.
Show me the hairline, mate. Look at my hairline. Look at it. It's going back. Look at it. Look at it. It's terrifying. It's going all the way back here now. Ooh.
Yeah, but it's so straight. You've got like a Sonic the Hedgehog thing going on. You're fine.
I do. That's why the barber always makes sure that the cut. I can't turn the end of it. It matches the. It blends into the beard nicely. I always have a straight edge.
That's very nice. Going for the fade.
What I'm talking about. Jesus Christ.
No idea.
Emily's just now put oops. Like, I don't get what's going on. He's drank him dry. Let's not go there. That's a story for a different time and day. Jesus Christ.
Right, to beat them to death with their own shoes. But that is a different story entirely.
What is that from? I can't
Wayne's
place that
World.
now. That's the one.
I only had brown M&M, so Ozzy wouldn't go on stage that night.
That's it. Yeah, I was trying to think that I know that voice, but it was like my brain couldn't go fast enough. It's too busy drowned in Captain Morgan's. So we did get some new pictures from Abigail. You know that new Dracula's Daughter film?
Yeah.
Which again, after speaking
I'm
tonight,
leaning forward, by the way, looking closer
fine.
to the screen because the camera's not where the screen is.
no worries. And yeah, obviously, as we were saying earlier, she gets in every single movie going these days, doesn't she? It's the same actress yet again, from Lisa Frankenstein and that. But they have given us these some nice images, and I'm looking forward to this film. I really am.
Yes, I did see the trailer of this one actually, and I thought it looked really promising.
Well, it's based on Dracula's Daughter, which is even more awesome. So yeah, it could be a really good film. I like the fact that it starts out as like, you know, a bunch of people have kidnapped this little girl, hoping her father pays the ransom and they'll give her back, and then it turns into that they're locked in the house with her.
Yeah, you're locked in here with me.
Would you? Because it's based on Dracula's Daughter, though, would you not love it more than anything if Nicolas Cage just comes in at the end dressed as the Dracula from his movie? Like, come, daughter, let's leave.
I hope so much. Like,
or that could be a good segue to like a Dracula movie.
We're all over the freaking window.
But it could just be a good segue for them to like show us a Dracula and then give us a Dracula movie.
Yeah. Anytime when it's things like the daughter of or the bride of, I kind of feel like they've got good opportunities to soft launch something. Like you can do a lot with those kind of films. This one just has a lot of promise because the thing is, it would be cool if it ended up with the girl gets taken into like protective services, like an orphanage or something like that. That could be like a really cool setup for a sequel. I've got high hopes for this one. And I could see like there being a good sort of not necessarily a franchise, but at least maybe a good sequel or two, for this, if done right. But like creepy, 100%. Like Dracula's Daughter in an orphanage, making like an army of Drac children.
Drac children, I love it.
Vamp kids, but like not like South Park vamp kids, like actual vamp kids.
The ungroundable. How do we ground that is ungroundable? Oh, dear. Got everyone in the comments. The comments all night long are just, Fluffy Sorrel. Fluffy's now set in stone. Fluffy stone. What? I have no idea. Anyway. You crazy old people.
98, like Harold Steptoe.
I'll have to try the Black Room. Yes,
you
it's very
dirty
tasty.
old man.
The thing is that because they do that thing, don't they? Where when they launch a new like spirit, if you buy like because it's like the new Captain Morgan's Black Room has just come out, it's like 20 quid for a bottle this big. It's ridiculous because they want you to try it, get hooked on it, and then buy it again.
And
then
for 50 quid,
jack up the price later. But yeah, because be like what Jack Daniels did with the whole Gentleman's Jack. Like, try this. It's only £20 a bottle, and then they yak up the price, and it's now 30 odd quid or whatever. But
they yeet up the prices, if you will.
Yeet.
See what I did there? I used what all the kids are saying now.
But guys, I think that's going to do it for this week on the 13th horror show. We'll be back on the 13th of April with the next one. Like I say, we are doing this just once a month as a good way of doing it because when we did the last show, it was kind of running out of things to talk about each week and having to put things in place. Whereas I thought once a month, it's kind of like non-committal for me and Ryan's kind of do with everything else that I'm getting up to and Ryan's getting up to and stuff. And then we can just like do one show a month where we just talk about horror. So we'll be back next month with another 13th horror show on the 13th of the month.
And I'll actually have some things planned next time.
Yeah. We did kind of like, I did speak to Ryan like 3 days ago, if that, and be like, do you want to do a new horror show on the 13th?
I gave him job.
Yeah, I gave him like 3 days notice to like give me some topics to talk about.
Not that the new intro isn't really inspiring, where it's just awkwardly me on the screen like, hi.
But guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Super Sorrel. That is Ryan Speaks Geek, and I'll see you all next time. May the force be with you, and have a great night. Bye!